Hi, everyone.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Steph.
And we're here at the 2026 North American Honeybee Expo. And we are going to interview some vendors for the next 3 days. So I hope you're ready. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Are you excited?
Yes,
Awesome.
We can't wait to be here.
So, Morrison, what is your favorite thing about beekeeping?
Well, there's quite a bit of things that I like about beekeeping. Just the one I like the most is about the honey, and it's about the safety of the bees.
The safety of the bees, you like keeping your bees safe and making sure they're taken care of. We're here to talk to Dale with Apis Engineering, and he's going to let us know all about the great new things that he has this year for queen rearing.
So we've had a lot of new inventions this year, and I'll show those to you in a sec. But we've had a flagship item, which is our queen station. We sell these all over the world.
Okay.
And most universities that have a bee breeding program have our stuff.
Okay.
For instance, Texas A&M has 10 that they bought this year. 10 of these are going to University of Florida in March with Amy Vu. I don't know if you know Amy. She's beautiful researcher. I mean, she knows her stuff. So we're going down training, sending 10 of those. And then if you want to get into instrumental insemination, we offer at Apis Engineering, we offer three classes. This year we'll probably have several added as the summer wears on.
Oh, that's great to know. Yeah. Now, how could we find out about those?
So you can look on our website, apisengineering.com. The dates that we've already agreed to are posted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dale. That's been so informative. We really appreciate you spending some time with us. We know how busy you are.
Yeah.
Look at all these great items you have. So thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
It's fun to look for the queen.
Yeah. It is fun.
It's like we're spies.
Yes, that's great. Yeah. And do you find her?
Yeah, we found her 2 times this year, but now, well, not this year, but like I'm saying, like last year.
Yeah, when it was.
But now, like we're probably gonna try to find her 2 times again.
Now, do you compete with each other to see who can find her quicker?
Well, both of us find her at the same time.
Wow, that's
But,
great.
yeah.
Good for you.
Well, my
you have
brother
you have
is,
good eyes.
My brother is the one that mostly finds the queen.
We're here with Stanley from Whiskey Trail Bees. Hi, Stanley.
How are you doing?
Good. Stanley's going to show us this great new product. It's called a Queen Saver. Show us how you save the queen, Stanley.
Okay, so we're going to pick out some hatching brood. Going to shake it over into our queen saver, get all of our bees down in there. And if we happen to catch the queen in our frame, she'll be on top of the queen excluder. She can't get through the queen excluder in the bottom. And all of our nurse bees want to go away from the daylight because they've never seen daylight before. They go down to the dark area, which is the cup. And we take our cup off. We measure out our amount of bees that we want to do the night watch on. We dump them back in here. We happen to shake the queen, we shake her back down in there as well.
Awesome.
This is used by not only just your backyard beekeeper, because the reason I built this is because there were so many people that said they didn't do night watch because they were afraid they'd lose the queen. And now we've got commercial people buying them. We've got queen breeders buying them to be able to just find the queen quickly and easily.
Right. So this makes it pretty much, there's no reason you shouldn't test for mites now because
There's no reason for that.
you absolutely have the time to do it now.
Exactly.
You made something that may take a half hour to an hour just to get all your bees, get the nerve up to do it, right into maybe a 5-minute task.
Very, very quicker. It's much quicker than that. Especially if you put a little bit of burr comb down in that cup so it smells more like a beehive. They especially want to go back in a beehive.
You are a man who likes to save time, I can tell.
I do. I try to solve my problems first, and then I pass it on to everybody else.
Love that. Love that so much. Stanley, thank you so much for your time today.
you.
Very much appreciated.
So also, do you have any tips for lighting a smoker, keeping a smoker lit that you wanted to share?
Yep, yeah, so we use all natural resources at our place. luckily enough, we've got pine cones and pine needles galore. So we're always doing that. And then to keep the little guys and gals occupied, we're typically getting them to go help pick the pine cones and pick the pine needles. That keeps them involved and happy and gets us all the resources we need.
Perfect. Now, K3 and Emmy, what is your favorite thing about beekeeping? Can you let us know? Bunny. Yeah. What about you?
The money.
The money. Oh, money, we said. Okay, perfect. That's the best answer. Okay, that's great. Thank you.
So get your kids involved.
Get your kids involved because they love it too. Thank you, K3 and Emmy. And I'm here with Jennifer from Whiskey Trail Bees, and she's going to tell us about this amazing machine today. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, this is our Whiskey Trail Bees Easy Straw Filler Machine. This is to fill honey straws. Honey straws are a great way to improve your honey sales. For one thing, the honey straws are something that's really becoming a thing with like soccer moms, and energy drinks for kids are a bad thing, so they're using honey straws, convenience packaging. And I get 60 honey straws out of 1 pound jar of honey. And I sell them for 50 cents wholesale and $1 retail. So my 1 pound jar of honey, I can average $35 to $70 out of when I do honey straws. The way the machine works is this is all machined and manufactured in-house in our manufacturing facility in Fayetteville, Tennessee. My husband designed, patented the machine. You get some standard drinking straws. We provide you with the link to Amazon. They're just a standard drinking straw on Amazon. You get a heat sealing machine, and we use the U-line version. It's the best one. You seal the end of your straws using our tray. You insert the straws into our machine. I'll turn it off here. Into our machine. And there's 50 straws. It'll run in 4 to 5 minutes, depending on your honey flow and the viscosity. If it's a little warmer, it'll be a little quicker. You turn it on full speed. And then with our new bucket stand, it makes it easier. In previous years, we've just been pouring our honey jars in. Now this creates where we don't have to use our jarred honey. We can just put it in a bucket. We fill the straws. We watch that liquid gold go right up there as the machine spins. When we're done, we pull them out. We seal the straws, and there we have it. And this is what people are leaning towards. They really want honey straws that are from their farm, or that are from their apiary, that are from the local people. They don't want straws that they're buying for 10 cents. They want to know it's pure, raw, local honey, and this is a way to do that.
That's amazing. So, what would you say is your favorite thing about this design? I would say for me, it'd probably have to be the time-saving method of it.
Oh, definitely. People have been filling them with syringes and with different types of mechanisms, condiment bottles. This I can do 50 straws, 3 to 4 minutes. We ran 2 machines on a weekend. In 3 hours, we ran 2,000 straws.
That's incredible.
And the return is amazing. It's a thing that people are really looking for, but they want to make sure it's genuine, real honey. And they want to know it's your honey.
Right.
And so we can provide them with what they're looking for in convenience packaging. It's durable and made in the USA.
That's awesome, Jennifer. Well, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Was there anything you'd like to what's your website so we can come and visit you?
WhiskeyTrailBees.com. My husband is a design engineer, and we have 250 beehives. So what we can't find on the market, he designs and he manufactures for us, like our Easy Queen Saver. That's one of his ideas in this machine.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
What is a piece of advice you would give a new beekeeper?
I'd probably have to say start out slow. Don't rush into it. It'll just come on gradually.
So Larry, what led you to personally focus on the oxalic acid vaporization as a treatment method for varroa mites?
It's funny you should ask that. I moved down to South Carolina 20-some years ago, and I was looking for somebody who was selling queens. So I started looking around, and I found Kutik honey that was very nearby. So I went over there, and yes, I could get queens, but his operation was totally commercial. And I loved it. And he asked me to come work for him. And I did come work for him. And then one day he sat there and said, we're going to go treat for bees. I said, okay. We got out there and I said, what are we doing? He said, we're dribbling with oxalic acid. I said, okay, well, we spent the day dribbling oxalic acid. I had no idea what oxalic acid was at that point in time. So I went home and I looked it up and I saw, okay, fine, it's a miticide. It's basically 2 ways of applying it, by dribble or vaporization. And I looked around, and dribbling is a time-consuming process, especially for a hobbyist. But vaporization is very simple. And not only that, you don't have to open a hive. So I thought, okay, whose has what? And I found out nobody's selling vaporizers here in the United States. Nobody. So at that point in time, I started who had them over in Europe. I imported a couple, they sold. I imported more, they sold. I imported more, they sold. And the first thing I know, I'm selling to you, Mann Lake,
Right.
everything. So I was the first one in the United States to sell vaporizers.
Really? That's amazing. No, I did read that and I thought that was so cool. Now, Larry, I'm going to be honest. I did buy a vaporizer, yours, of course, this year. Last year. This is going to be my first time using it. I haven't vaporized before. Is there any advice you could give me or someone who hasn't used one before?
Well, if you're first starting out with it, what you want to do is a mite test, okay? You want to find out how many mites you have in your hive. And one way of doing that is simple. Do one vaporization and look at your sticky board, okay? You look at the sticky board, you got a lot of mites down there, you start vaporizing and you do it once every 5 to 7 days until you get a mite count down to where you want it to be, okay? And that might mean you have to do it for 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on what you have in your hive. But when you do a vaporization, what comes out on that sticky board tells you everything you need to know about how many mites you have in your hive.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you so much for that information. Now, if we want more information about you and your products, is there a website we can go to? I
Oxivap.com.
want to tell you thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you so much.
Likewise.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
and Happy New Year, too.
Happy New Year. I hope you have an amazing New Year as well.
Take care.
Thank you.
You've been in your beekeeping journey for quite a few years now. If you were to go back and start it all over again from scratch, what's something you might do differently?
That's a really good question. I had people tell me when I first started beekeeping that you really needed to pay attention to feeding the bees, and that didn't get through my thick head. And I learned the hard way that you really need to pay attention to the nutrition of the bees. The bees have so many stressors in their lives, including the varroa mites and the diseases that they spread, including thermally managing the hive, and in the case of commercial beekeepers, moving the colonies all the time. And it's really important that you pay attention to the bees having enough carbohydrates and enough protein in their diet, along with some of the supplemental things that they need. So I think it's very important to pay attention to bee nutrition.
What was the big aha moment that led you to design these feeders?
Okay, well, actually it come about, it really wasn't a moment. It actually come over a lot of time. It takes time to understand, the basic concepts of feeding and how introducing that food to your bees at a particular rate or a slower rate really matters, and as opposed to most bulk feeders. So once we began trying to jar feed through the lids, that caught on pretty quick. We understood, hey, our bees are benefiting, but it come with other issues along with it. Water intrusion was an issue. Rusty jar lids was an issue for us. And we had no control over how many holes we had. Once we poked 5 or 10 holes in the lid, we couldn't take them back out. So we needed a way of sometimes slowing it back down. So we didn't have that flexibility. So that's when I thought, okay, we had to change things. We looked everywhere. There was no feeder on the market that would do what we wanted to do. So that would have been the aha moment. Okay, we need to now fix this. And that's where we started. Was trying to fix one little problem at a time. And that led to where we're actually, the number one mistake for new beekeepers is to overfeed. And it's not really their fault, because that's what they're being told to do. They're saying, hey, put feed on them and don't stop. If it's a new hive, especially a package or a new, feed them till as long as they can. That's really not the truth. You can do as much damage by overfeeding as you can by underfeeding. Right. So with this feeder, you're kind of limited to that maximum amount of food you can put on them. It's still the beekeeper's job to go in there and look and say, okay, I'm getting the right amount of food into my colonies that they need. And I'm getting them to consume this food, which is a big key. I want them consuming this as also storing it, but I'm trying to get that ratio of consumption to storage where I want it, where it needs to be. If they're storing too much, it's going to constrict that brood chamber. You're not gonna get the growth that you need. Other way around can be just as detrimental. Underfeeding, you're going to get poor nutrition. They're going to cut back on their brood.
That makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So there's a balancing act here. We need to keep that balance of food going in to what's happening.
I can show you how it works. So basically, you have you drill a 1-inch hole in your lid. If you already had a hole bigger than that, like some of our old lids did, it can accompany up to a 3-inch hole. So you put a bead of caulking right there, and you put then you mount it, drill your stainless steel screws, which it comes with, and then you're able to you're able to dial in. So what our feeder is different because you can control the feed rate. We want to be able to, if I want to mimic a slow nectar flow, I'll give them 2 or 3 holes. If it's a strong hive and I'm just trying to maintain them, and because resources have diminished, then I'm going to give them a slow rate. Okay. And this area is where it's going to lock into. This is like a dead zone. And so it just kind of locks in there. Wow. And our goal is to feed a half gallon every 2 weeks. Okay. And so when we go to apiaries, we'll actually go and look at all the hives and see that, okay, y'all are all doing good. If somebody's not taking it, then it's kind of an indication there's a problem and we got to go into it. But to open it up, it's just give it a little twist, pull it off, take it and clean it with some bleach and refill it. These are dishwasher safe as well. And then screw it back on and you're good to go for another 2 weeks. I don't even have to smoke them. I don't even really need a jacket, but I still wear it. If I want to do a bucket feed, then I'm going to put the adapter plate on. And same concept, it's just fill up the bucket. And that way, if I have at the apiary, if I have a hive that I want to make sure they don't run out by the time I get back, I'm just going to give them a little bit more, especially if it's a little weaker hive. But
you really thought of everything.
Yeah, and when you're not feeding, it has a plug that snaps in.
See, you really did
everything. I'd say he thought of everything.
Is absolutely ingenious.
Yeah, we love it. I mean, we run about 120, 30 or plus or minus hives. And with him and I together, we can do all of them in one day.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It's because it's so quick and easy.
Yeah.
Wow. Clearly, yes. I'm sold, so I'm going to have to run back and get my wallet. I definitely do want to get some of these. This is amazing, and we really appreciate you taking your time with us
coming by to talk to us. Yeah, we appreciate it.
This is my smoker tip. I always like all of my smokers. I take a strip of packing paper about 2 feet, maybe a little bit more, roll it up. I light the end of it, drop it into my smoker, and start puffing a little bit so that flame crawls up the strip of packing paper. And then after it starts coming up, I push it all the way down and keep fanning the smoker a little bit with a couple puffs. And then after it's all burning, I just use my hive tool and push it all the way to the bottom and then add wood pellets on top of it and just keep smoking until I start getting flames coming out the top. And then I use some green grass or whatever else is green around, leaves, whatever, and put it right on top to kind of keep it cool. Push it all down and close up my smoker, and it's good to go for about 2 hours.
We do appreciate it.
No,
Appreciate
I
it
think you
so
guys.
much.
I'm very thankful for the exposure and just that people are interested in learning more about it. And
we're like, oh my gosh, we have to talk to Heather.
There's
So-
one person that I wanted to talk to and try.
Absolutely.
I always love products like this.
And I'm with Heather from Yes Honey. And we have some questions for her today. So Heather, thank you so much for spending your time with us. We know you're a very busy woman.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here and just share with you about Yes Honey.
Great.
Yes.
So the name Yes Honey is so memorable. Can you tell us about how you arrived at that name and what branding decisions you made early on that you think might have had an impact? Where did the name come from?
Okay, well, first of all, have you ever seen the nailed it and failed it?
Yes.
Yes.
I love
Okay,
Nailed
we're going
It.
to start with that. So my original name was Naked Chicks Pasture. So we started a chicken farm in Missouri, and when I started with the drinks, I had just put on there Naked Chicks Pasture 100% honey sweetened sodas because I never had an intention of becoming a brand. It was just to take healthier beverages to the farmers market. And so I started taking to the farmers market and people just loved them. So I was like, okay, we got to do a website. NakedChicksPasture.com, not taken. Awesome. So I tell people, hey, go to NakedChicksPasture.com, look for our drinks, you can buy online. Well, very quickly people started coming back and saying, we could not find your sodas online. And I was like, well, what are you typing in? It's NakedChicksPasture.com. And they're like, Naked Chicks? And I'm like, no, that is not us. You are not fine. So that became a problem very early on. And so I realized like we were going to need to rebrand. And so Yes Honey was actually what I had on my honey, my actual raw honey. It was Yes Honey, I Need You. And I was going for so long to like try to figure out a new name for the brand. And one day I was just sitting in my kitchen and the raw honey was on the counter and I was like, Yes Honey. Like that makes so much sense. It's a positive, it leaves you on a positive note and it's honey. So it makes sense to what the product is. So
I love
that's
that.
where it comes from.
I love that too.
Yes.
That's great. That's a great story.
So that was my nailed it and failed it moment.
At least you were able to rebrand early on. So
Yes.
it doesn't.
It nailed it.
Yes,
Nailed
I think
it.
we did nail it. So I'm very
Absolutely.
thankful for that.
Well, good. So the next question we have from you is your brand focuses on honey sweetened soda. So what made you to decide to use honey instead of sugar? And what have you found to be the biggest challenge or surprise in working with honey as an ingredient?
Okay, so the first question, why did we choose honey as our sweetener? Our family had been on more of a health journey and we had gotten rid of all of our processed sugars and we were just using maple syrup and honey. So I started out with a drink for my husband that was iced tea. So we brewed the tea and used honey in it because he grew up beekeeping. And so we knew the value of honey, the benefits that honey provides. And we couldn't find anything healthier. Most of the other drinks had stevia in them. We just don't prefer the aftertaste of stevia and obviously don't want corn syrup. So we started using the honey and it was great because so many people, honey is nostalgic for them. If they're not beekeepers, their grandma gave them honey or somebody gave them honey and they know that it's good for them. It comes from nature, right? So the most challenging thing working with honey, it's a natural product, and so each honey can taste different depending on where the bees are pollinating. So we have to be careful about that with our drinks because we do want them to taste the same or basically the same, but when you're working with natural products, right, like a blueberry, this one might be sour and this one might be the best blueberry you've ever had. Right. So we just have to be careful with the type of honey that we're using in order to make sure that the product is pretty much the same every time that you taste it. Yes. Yeah. Because you don't want to have like a peach one day that's like a bad peach.
Right. You have to have consistency when you have an amazing product. So
absolutely. And that's very important to us to have great ingredients and the consistency that people know that they can come back to it and it's always going to be what they expect.
So I can't wait to see what you have next.
Yes, me either. I don't know.
Thank you.
Just keep watching us. If you don't mind, follow us on social media. That helps us a ton to get the word out. Instagram, Facebook, and if you're adventurous, TikTok. It is Yes Honey Brand, and our website is yeshoneybrand.com. We thank you so much for those of us that are already supporting us, those of you that are supporting us, and all of our newbies as well.
Now you have your hives somewhere really special that I don't think many people do. Could you tell us about that?
Well, I keep beehives. I'm on 7 golf courses in Nassau County, New York. I have all locations. I have at least minimum 4 hives at each location. Okay, and they have to provide me that I can bring my truck right close to the hives.
Okay.
Okay. Also, due to the fact that these are all private clubs, I have the ability. I'm allowed to go and play on those courses on Monday.
Wow.
When it's
that's
they
a good deal.
Well, they consider that Caddy's Day on Mondays. So it gives me the opportunity. I can go get a couple of my friends and we can go play.
I love that.
Yes.
That's great.
You mentioned you learned beekeeping from your grandfather. We did do our research. How has that legacy shaped your business today?
It's made it. That's how we do the business. I do it the same way my grandpa did. There's a lot of people that that buy honey from us that bought honey from my grandpa, and the first question they ask is it the same as your grandpa's? I said I only know how to do it one way.
Oh.
And then when they try, they say, "Yep, it's the same."
What are the biggest lessons you've learned about product development and going to new markets like health syrups and infused honey beyond traditional honeys?
So what we try to do is all health. So my wife was all about health, from our chocolate honey to our turmeric matcha, cayenne pepper. That's the new rage, right? Black seed. A lot of people don't know about black seed. Not black seed oil, but black seed, the actual seed itself. We do that honey. Elderberry. So we grow the trees or bushes, depending on where you are, because depending on, some of us have 60-foot trees, 100-foot trees. Other places don't have, so depending on where you are. But we grow our elderberries, we dry them, and then we infuse it back into the elder flower honey. So it's an encompassing elderberry situation there.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. We absolutely appreciate your time here. Guys, Heavenly Hill Honey, come see them.
Absolutely.
I'm Chris Jones. I'm one of the judges here at the Honey Show, and we have been, all of us have been judging lots of different categories. I personally have been judging a lot of the honey and the beeswax, and there have been a lot of great entries here, and we are excited to see all the people.
Got to talk to you a little bit, and I'm really excited for you to tell me about what you've got going on here at Apis Tactical.
Well, at Apis Tactical, we always have a lot of new things coming. What we're unveiling here are our new suits and jackets. That's probably the biggest hit item, in addition to some of our performance clothing line, as you can see. If we move a little bit this way, you can see we have some tactical work pants that are designed with beekeepers in mind. The performance shirts, clothing for men and women, by the way. Same with the suit. So this is our new suit. We've got some interesting features. This is hanging here with magnets because each suit comes with the internal magnet pockets already installed, so you can insert magnets if you have them. We also sell the magnets in a little additional kit. I made them really strong. So when you're doing inspections, you just kind of throw it towards yourself, it'll grab it, and then it's right there for the next. But in addition to that, our magnet pocket, our hive tool pocket, is easy to insert. Drop it, and then when it tries to fall out, the magnet will grab it. So
how handy.
They always
right
fall
there.
out.
Mine fall out too.
Pockets, there's double zip, so when you forget your wallet, you can reach in and get it, no problem. There's a lot of cool features, but the main thing to remember on these, even though they look like a typical 3-layer mesh beekeeping suit, the materials are all different. The outside is a much stronger non-rip version of the mesh that actually lays and drapes like cloth. But inside is a very soft. We can move over here. This one a little bit easier to see. The interior layer has much larger holes, and it feels soft like cotton. It's absorbent and stretchy and soft like cotton.
Oh, absolutely.
But even in addition to that, even the elbows have a soft cotton pad on the inside. Same with the knees on the suits. And of course, you can see some of the obvious differences. That's with the slanted pockets on the front, and they're internal and they're mesh all the way through. But with the big holes and with this design, there is no suit in existence that has more airflow, which just means it's going to be cooler, much cooler, and much more comfortable because of this soft inner layer. So that's the main features. There's probably 20 more. They're just icing on the cake. Tactical pockets for many things. We've got slots for all the accessories you might need, and just unique design. So same with comes in the round hood type veil, the fencing style veil. And that's just an example of some of the new features we have. We've got new models of our gloves that we're known for, and new things coming all the time.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us an inside look at your company here. We really appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great time here.
Well, thanks for having us, and we're glad to partner with you.
Oh,
I've tried on all the triple mesh jackets in the place.
Okay.
This is absolutely the most ergonomically comfortable jacket.
And that's what we need.
Thank you for your design. Thank you.
Thank you.
How about that?
Our company motto is, we're here to bring more joy to beekeeping. That sounds nice and cute, and it's totally true. But here's something I just realized, just lately, it just dawned on me how much joy we get doing that. That's what surprised me. So
that's nice.
We're having a blast. And check us out online. We have our gloves over at Mann Lake, and we'll see you down the road.
Oh, sorry, you caught us napping. We have had so much fun meeting all of our friends, our new friends here at the North America Honeybee Expo. We got to interview so many people, and it was so much fun, and we learned so much. What did you think?
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed talking with you. So thanks for saying hello and telling us about your products.
Yes, it was great. Thank you. And thank you so much for joining us. And we can't wait to see you next year.
Bye.
Bye.